with there we go, who were not able to be with us this afternoon slash this morning. So first of all, on behalf of all of NAFA, we are super excited to be in San Antonio, Texas for Institute and Expo 2024. Those of you that have not had the opportunity to visit San Antonio before, it is an exciting spot with lots going on with the Riverwalk and many other exciting things. We're going to be there during Fiesta, which is one of their largest celebrations of the year. And it's just a really great place to be in the convention center, and all of our hotels are right in the center of all the action in San Antonio. So it's a great spot and a really great location. You know, the purpose of this webinar is to give you an overview of the program, talk you through some key things that you need to be aware of, and then give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you might have ahead of time. It is a wonderful opportunity to bring together the fleet community. The registrations are as high as they've been since before 2019 even. So we've definitely kind of gone back to the pre-2020 numbers, and we're excited to have so many fleet managers and fleet professionals coming together for this important event. The location of our event is at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, which is highlighted in yellow on this map here on your screen. And you'll see in the green boxes are the locations of our 3 hotels. So the host hotel, or the main hotel, is the Grand Hyatt there in the center, and that nestles in right in sort of the middle of the convention center. Although it is not technically connected to the convention center, it is a short 2-minute walk out the door, hang a left, and you walk right into the entrance to the convention center there. You'll see on the side there, the Hilton is just west of the convention center. Lots of folks are staying there. And the La Quinta is just north of the convention center, all of which are just a couple-minute walk to get to the convention center. So all very conveniently located. The other place I'll draw your attention to is that red circle in the lower right-hand corner, as that is the location for the big Rev It Up reception with our host Ram working with us on that event. And you'll see that that is also a very short walk as well. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But great location. We are utilizing the west half of the convention center. There is also another group in the east half of the convention center. But all of our space, our meeting rooms and everything are on the western half of the convention center, all conveniently located there. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is this email that you all received yesterday, midday, roughly, depending on where you're located. And there's the Know Before You Go email. The subject line of that email is 2024 Institute and Expo, Know Before You Go. If you're here on the Eastern time zone, got it around 12:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon. And this is an important email that has lots of great information about the show. It talks you through the mobile app and some things. And we're going to cover some of that as well. But that's a great email for you to make sure you keep and that you have handy. It'll answer a lot of questions that you might have. In addition to that, I would draw your attention to our mobile app. And there's a QR code on your screen right now that you could hit with your mobile device to download that app and start to get your registration, your schedule put together, kind of get an idea of everyone that's there. You will be able to add the different sessions and create your own agenda for when there are education sessions. You can start to map out the ones that you want to attend. Additionally, we have a network functionality within the app this year that we haven't had in the past. So you'll be able to see the other registrations, the other folks who have downloaded the app and set up themselves on that app, and you can send messages through that app as well. You can also go and book a brain date. We started brain dates last year. These are small meetings you can have to talk about different specific topics. You can check out all the exhibitors. You can see the layout of the convention center, all sorts of great stuff. So make sure you check out the mobile app, get that set up. It'll make for a much smoother event for yourself over the next few days. Additionally, Axel is still around. Those of you that have used that before, you can text questions to that phone number on the screen there, 855-910-5856, and Axel will be able to answer some of those questions for you. Axel is up and running right now, so you could shoot some messages over there right now if you have any questions. Other questions you might have, the chat is open here in Zoom as well as the Q&A functionality. So you can go ahead and submit questions in those ways as well if I don't answer what you're looking for today. In addition to that, we'll talk about what the schedule will look like. As we go through we'll start with Sunday, April 21st. So Sunday, April 21st is when registration opens. So I've given you a layout here of the convention center, and you can see in blue there, that is that Grand Hyatt Hotel. And there is an entrance just west of the Grand Hyatt Hotel that I have that large orange arrow pointing towards. And if you walk in that entrance, go down the hallway past the Lila Cockrell Theater, you will see registration. There will be lots of signs directing you there. Registration and badge pickup. So that's where you'll get your name badge. That will let you get into all the activities over the course of Student Expo 2024. The expo hall is also right there on that floor. When that opens up on Tuesday, you'll go to that exact same place. Also, the general sessions are right there. And then there's an escalator that takes you up to the educational sessions as well. So this is really, the starting point for all of Student Expo 2024. After you pick up your name badge, if you've registered for any of the pre-conference workshops, those begin at 1 p.m. on Sunday, April 21st. And they all take place at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. So you'll be able to get your name badge and head upstairs to your pre-conference workshop sessions that you've registered for. Not everyone has registered for those pre-conference workshops, though. So if you have not, fear not. But we do hope that you'll be able to join us just a little bit later. At 6 p.m., we will be having our Welcome to San Antonio Happy Hour in the Regions Meetup. So that begins at 6 p.m. on Sunday, April 21st. And we're doing that inside that Grand Hyatt Hotel that we just talked about a moment ago. We're going to be on the second floor in the Lone Star Ballroom. So when you enter the hotel on the main floor, go in, hang a left. Elevators are there. You can go up to the second floor. Or if you work your way around the elevators, you'll see the escalators that'll take you up to that second floor. And you'll be able to join us for that regional meetup and the welcome happy hour. This is brought to us by our friends at Samsara. We're really excited to have them working with us on this welcome reception. Additionally, because it is our regional meetup, we'll have signs identifying each of the 8 NAFA regions. So you can gather with folks from your region and connect with them and create some relationships that go beyond our event here at INE. We'll also be passing out some regional specific koozies that you can put on your beverage. They are in the different colors of the regions, so you'll be able to better identify folks from your region as well during this happy hour. Going to Monday, April 22nd, registration will be open all day in that registration location I identified earlier. We're going to start the day in the general session in the Bridge Hall, which is right next to registration. We have a continental breakfast beginning at 7:30 a.m. And then the session begins at 8 a.m. Some exciting stuff happening on Monday include our CAFM graduation. The first round of the 100 Best Fleet announcements will be taking place. And our opening keynote speaker, Richard Hayden, talking about recruiting and retention in the new world of work. This is brought to us by our friends at Holman. Later on Monday, education sessions will begin at 10:30 a.m. Folks will head upstairs into the education rooms and begin your schedule that you've planned out using the app. We do have the coffee lounge brought to us once again by our friends at Wheels. We have 2 locations for the coffee lounge. One is outside of those education sessions, so you'll be able to grab a cup of coffee while you're heading to and from your different education sessions. And then another one will be on the expo hall floor as well. The brain dates will be going up and running. So if you haven't signed up, you want to swing by the brain date area and see what those are all about and see if there's some that you'd like to sign up for to participate in those important conversations. At 1 p.m., we'll have lunch in the Bridge Hall, back where we started our day at. This lunch is brought to us by Motive. In the evening, on April 22nd, is the big Rev It Up reception, this year taking place at the ESPY, and once again brought to us by our friends at RAM. Ram will have a number of their vehicles on display for you to check out and a number of other exciting activities that you can take place in. This begins at 7 p.m. at the SB. The SB is a short 10 to 12-minute walk from the convention center. You see we have it mapped out here. Additionally, we do have shuttle buses. The shuttles will leave from the Grand Hyatt Hotel and will take you over to the SB and can return you to the Grand Hyatt Hotel as well. So if you want to walk, it is a very short, lovely walk. No hills. It's great. Otherwise, you can take the shuttle bus from the Grand Hyatt, and that'll drop you off right at the SB as well. This is a wonderful time to connect with folks from throughout the fleet community, talk to our friends at RAM, check out their vehicles, play some fun games, listen to some great music, and eat some great food as well. On Tuesday, April 23rd, again, registration is still open for folks. We kick things off again with a general session, continental breakfast at 7:30 a.m., and then our general session will begin at 8:30 a.m. Again, we'll continue with the 100 Best Fleet Awards. We're going to get an industry update from the head of Ford Pro, Ted Canis, and then we'll have our OEM panel discussion. The Expo Hall opens at 10 a.m. This is also right next to registration. So make sure you head on into the Expo Hall and take advantage of all that has to offer. Swing by the NAFA booth to pick up your 2024 NAFA socks. And also make your way back to the WEX massage area and get yourself a much-deserved massage as well. Many wonderful vendors throughout the floor. We've got a sold-out show floor this year with over 200 booths. So make sure you make your way around the show floor and talk to all these wonderful vendors who are here supporting the fleet community. At 11 a.m. on the show floor will be the Innovation Showcase presentations. You can head over there and hear from some exciting vendors about what they're bringing that's new and innovative to the fleet community. And as I mentioned previously, Wheels will have a coffee lounge on the show floor as well. So make your way to the Wheels Coffee Lounge to get a cup of coffee. Later on Tuesday, April 23rd, we will have our education sessions beginning once again at 2 p.m. The expo floor will close at that time so everyone can give their full attention to their education. We have a refuel happy hour taking place at 4:30 p.m. right outside the education rooms, brought to us by our friends at Voyager US Bank. So make sure you swing by, grab the little bite to eat, and then have a cocktail or two as well at our refuel happy hour. This is our night that is open to you to go and have dinners with your colleagues or with other vendors. This is a wonderful time to get out and enjoy yourself. But we do have the official after party brought by Holman. And this is at Howl at the Moon. And I've put a little map on the screen for you there. It's just about another 10 to 12-minute walk, about 4 blocks away from the convention center. And this will open up at 8 p.m. So folks are welcome to go to the Holman official after party at Howl at the Moon starting at 8 p.m. On Wednesday, April 24th, we're going to kick things off with a networking breakfast at 7:30 a.m. back in the Bridge Hall again, right next to registration. But this is a hot breakfast, hot cakes and hot takes brought to us by our friends at IntelliShift. We're going to have a safety panel with different fleet bosses and fleet managers talking about fleet safety. We have an interactive component where you can provide feedback on fleet safety. So this is an exciting opportunity to talk about the very important subject of fleet safety, but also have a wonderful hot breakfast as well. The general session will kick off at 8:30 a.m. We'll have the final announcement of the 100 Best Award winners, including Fleet Professional and Technician of the Year, as well as the #1 overall fleets as well. We then will follow that up with our keynote speaker, Brian Fielkow, talking about the roadmap to fleet safety. This is brought to us by Shell Fleet Solutions. At the conclusion of that, the Expo Hall will open back up again at 10 a.m. And you can go back around and talk to all the vendors that you didn't get to yesterday. Enjoy some more coffee at the Wheels Coffee Lounge. Get the WEX massage that you had not gotten yet, or swing by the NAFA booth and talk to the NAFA team and get your NAFA socks as well. Our education sessions will fire up one more time at 1:30 p.m. We're going to round out the day and the program with our first NAFA Ride and Drive. This is powered by our friends at Bobbitt. They've put together a great ride and drive with 11 different OEMs in attendance. It's an opportunity for you to check out those vehicles and equipment. We are doing that in the parking lot directly behind the convention center, behind the southeast corner of the convention center. So you see I've circled it there in orange. So we'll have folks directing you on how to get to the ride and drive as you make your way back to the ride and drive parking lot there. Also, directly next to that is going to be our final lap reception. So right next to it at the Tower of the Americas, we will have our closing reception beginning at 4:30 p.m. So we certainly thank everyone for being there and joining us. I do love you to mark your calendar for Long Beach for 2025 as we head a little bit further west to California, April 28th through 30th. A few other things that I would encourage you to have a great experience in addition to attending the educational sessions, mapping everything out, using the app, is to, like most things in life, participation in a program like this, you get out of it what you put into it, right? So go to the receptions, walk around the expo floor, be willing to introduce yourself to somebody, be willing to say hello. If there's somebody you're looking to meet that you can't find, come on and find one of the NAFA team members. We all have our NAFA shirts on throughout the entire program, and we'll be happy to help you find that person and make an introduction for you. The education, the training that you get out of a program like this is very important, but it's the relationships that you carry forward that, this great community of fleet professionals, I've never seen a community that supports each other the way fleet managers and fleet professionals support each other. And this is an opportunity to make those connections. So as you move forward in your career after Institute and Expo, you'll be able to reach out to these folks and just get a helping hand, some suggestions and ideas. So at that, I hope everyone has a wonderful time in San Antonio. I hope we have warm, beautiful weather. If you have any questions, you can certainly drop them into the chat or use the Q&A functionality. Otherwise, we'll see you in San Antonio.